Tick pulse is capturing the short side today. You see the red pulses at the bottom, which represent selling. Very little blue, very little buying. We see one counter trend rally right here, but for the most part, it's gone down pretty well. The first trade pretty much straight down, not a lot of heat. Second trade sideways, and then we had this counter trend pop here, and then a sell-off. And so hit the profit target. It bounced a little bit, tried to support at 21.25, and then the profit target was at 21, below 21.25 at 21.23.25, and so we got through that, and now we're short again. It reminds me of a trade from beginning of September the 9th, 3 winners in a row on a gap down continuation, and we've had this gap down and then continuation so far today, and we're in our third short trade. So it could reverse and get stopped out, or reverse and be at a loss by the end of the day, or it doesn't have to be in its it doesn't have to hit its profit target by the end of the day. It will get out at 4 o'clock. So wherever this is at 4 o'clock, which is about an hour and 17 minutes from now, it will exit. It could be at a loss, it could be at a win, it could hit its stop loss by then, or it could hit its profit target. So it's the third trade. Either way, because we already have 2 winning trades, that would mean that it's a winning, the strategy is a winning strategy for the day if it only takes this one last trade and it ends up getting stopped out, because we've hit our profit target twice at 600, and this last trade is a $500 stop loss. So 3 winners in a row, again similar to September the 9th. We don't see a lot of gap down and continuations. So let's find that trade on September the 9th. Here it is. September the 9th, gap down, continuation, similar to today. This was a little bit more straight down. Today we have a little more heat. This last trade got in at 13:44, and we'll see what time we got in today. We got in at 14:23 area. So it could reverse, even if we get stopped out. It's a winning day. So nice trend so far today. We'll see if it continues. We get a little heat, and then reverse. It could take another trade too as well today. It's possible, because it can take more than 3 trades in one day. But that's the tick pulse. Let me show you the performance on that. This is since September 1. That's about the time we've been talking about this some more. We had some bugs in it in the software, and we put this out there again and reminded you of this strategy that has a nice historical performance, and it continues to perform well. Again, new equity peaks today. We had some choppy trade. These are the 2 winners today that put it at equity peaks. And if you go back further, we're still at equity peaks. You can see on our website. But you know, we had this choppy period here. Show you the trades from that, because it can be, the market has been choppy. So we had this losing trade, and then 2 losers there, and then we had a loss followed by a small winner. So it's been about 6 trades in a row of the last 6 trades in a row of just chop, 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 and then trend. And so we broke out of this range. The first time in a while the S&P's had an inside 2 inside weeks in a row. And so we'll see, a lot of times they will break out to one side, then they'll turn around and rally and break out to the other side. So this breakout doesn't necessarily mean a new trend. In this type of market, there doesn't seem to be much of a trend. So I'm talking about long-term trend. Obviously there's a nice day trade trend today. So this is Tick Pulse. Let me show you where it is at. You can go to our website. It's the top recommended trading system, and you can see the equity curve, long-term equity curve, and you can click here, get the Tick Pulse, and you can play the video, and you can sign up down here. You can read more about it. It works on other stock indexes as well. So this one is the DAX, and this is the E-mini Russell. So there's bigger drawdowns than on the E-mini S&P. It doesn't work as well on the NASDAQ, but it does work. Or the Euro stocks has a nice equity curve, but a small average trade profit. That's typical of that market. And the E-mini Dow, small average trade profit as well, typical of that market. E-mini mid cap, illiquid market. Don't recommend trading it, but we still test it on some of these other markets just to see if we get positive results. And we do, kind of like when we test a soybean strategy, we see if it will work on wheat and corn. Even if the average trade profit is too low on wheat or corn and it's high enough on soybeans, the fact that we have a positive equity curve without slippage and commission on similar markets further validates the strategy. Because some of these markets are just, they don't have enough range to be day tradable per se, and so their average trade profit may not be big enough. So you have to go with the market in that same sector that does have a large enough range to day trade. And so we've got the E-mini S&P, the E-mini Russell, and the DAX that fall into that category. So trade well.